Hello guys, and we are back on STL TV Live, and I'm joined by Linda Pallmann from Lafayette Square House and Tours. Hi Linda.
Hi, nice to be here.
Thank you for joining us today.
Oh, thank you. I'm excited about our house tour.
I am too. I'm excited to hear about it. Now, you've lived in Lafayette Square for about 7 years.
Yes.
How did you get involved in the house tours?
Well, our house was on tour in the spring tour, and I just decided it was time to step up to the plate and give back to the community because the community has been so generous to us. And it's been really wonderful experience because I've got some wonderful committee people that have helped me do the PR, which made arrangements for this event today, and wonderful new people joining into the community and helping.
Wonderful. Now, you've been there for 7 years. What drew you to Lafayette Square? I know you've emphatically stated that you love the city. What was it about Lafayette Square that drew you there?
I got lost one day driving around looking for a house, and I stumbled on Lafayette Square. And it is an amazingly beautiful place. It's the gem of the city. It really is the oldest residential area in the city. And the architecture is wonderful, and I just thought I needed to be there.
When you talk about oldest, speak a little bit about that history that Lafayette Square has in the 1800s.
Well, the park actually is the oldest park west of the Mississippi. Lafayette Park is 30 square acres, and originally St. Louis was full of immigrants, so the immigrants lived in the tenements close to the rivers where their jobs were, but they could use Lafayette Park, what we now call as Lafayette Park. It used to be the common grounds or common fields, and they would have their vegetable gardens there, or they could keep their farm animals out there, their horses or their cows.
In that park?
In that park.
Wow.
So at some point it was fenced, and during the Civil War era, Union soldiers would go out there to practice marching in formation. But it's a lovely park, and everything in the park is maintained by volunteer staff.
Wow, wow, wow. That's such rich history that area has now. You said it has a French influence. Can you talk to us about the French influence?
Well, after the Civil War is when Lafayette Square really started to develop. In the 1870s is when the houses were built. And at that period of time in American history, France was the rage. And so many of the homes were the French Second Empire style. So they would have a gambrel or a mansard style roof. They're long and narrow, and what you see in St. Louis you could easily see in France.
Now, this is a great opportunity to get to take a look inside of these houses. I told you before that my husband and I, we frequent that area. We go to 1111 Mississippi, and we look at the houses and just wonder what they look like on the inside. Can you tell us a little bit about your house? There's some great history there.
Well, my house was built in 1870. My house was on the spring tour. It will not be on this tour. But it has wonderful woodwork. This was the period of time when we were full of immigrants, so they brought all kinds of lovely skills with them. So the plaster on my crown molding is all plaster work, and the plaster was actually held together with horsehair and pig hair until it could dry. Also, lovely, lovely woodwork. This was in the period of time when we had the King's lumber. So our beams are approximately this thick and the width of the house. There's not a knot in it. It's all virgin wood, and it's just lovely workmanship.
That's wonderful. We have a lot to talk about, and we're going to talk more when we come back from the break. But just tell us again, when is this happening?
The house tour is Sunday, December the 14th from 10 o'clock until 5 o'clock, and there will be 10 houses on display. And there's a variety of styles that will be available.
All right, you guys, we have a lot more to talk about when we come back about these house tours. We're going to get a chance to see some of these on your screen and learn a little bit more about how you can get tickets to this wonderful tour. You don't want to miss anything. We'll be right back right after this short break.